you want.
Some news that come in from America overnight involving Nigel Farage. Here to discuss that, Don and Nicola back again. Don, this is I suppose all part of the US election, and this is the first of the Republican primaries, which is going to take place today in Iowa. So let's hear what Donald Trump's had to say about Nigel Farage.
We can also do it. Is that Nigel Farage, by the way? Oh, you stand up, will you? I'm just looking at this handsome guy. He's been a backer of mine from day one. I think called Brexit, very non-controversial. And you've been right, they haven't implemented too well, but you've been right. No, we're big fans. Thank you, Nigel. It's really an honor to have you here. Great. You look great. I love these suits. You know, they know how to dress over there. We don't know how to dress like they do. Thank you. Great honor, man. Nikki Haley even supported Rhino Paul Ryan's.
Well, he gets about, doesn't he? Does
Blimey.
Nigel Farage?
Yeah, that's incredible, isn't it? I mean, that really is just to be, you know, name-checked by the bloke who could be President of America again, despite still having 4 criminal charges against him for the Capitol Hill riots, 3 years ago now, and several other indictments he's facing. But he's untouchable. The more he does wrong, or the more he's accused of doing wrong, the more popular he becomes. I mean, as you've just said, it's the first caucus today in Iowa, and his streaks ahead. You know, 48% compared to the nearest rival, which is 20%.
Amazing.
Yeah. But Nicola, what's he going to do? What's Farage going to do? Where's he going to declare his hand?
Well, he's saying that he's going to he's considering making a return to the frontline politics after a poll suggests that he also would be would win the Essex and seat of Clacton. So he's got something in common with Trump, that they both are head and shoulders in the poll.
What's your part of the world? Is he popular there?
I'm Buckinghamshire. You know me, I'm not great into politics, but I didn't really like him in the jungle. I can talk about that.
Oh, right. Why didn't you like him in the jungle?
I just didn't really like him, and I think that even that, watching him there with Donald Trump saying he's handsome and talking about, it's just all a bit odd, isn't it? It's just awful.
But, you know, what's been his problem, you know, in recent history is that although he's had a share of interest, because of our party system, he's never managed to get into Parliament. And it's, you know, we're talking this morning about an electoral wipeout front of the Telegraph of the Tories, losing a lot of their votes to Reform, which would actually not result in a single seat for Reform, but it could result in Labour winning, which is an interesting problem for the Tories. But Farage has eyed a possible seat in Clacton, where previously a Tory safe seat, but there seems to be a swing and interest towards Reform, and it, you know, in that case, he could be tempted to come back. He's been very cagey about whether or not he would get into politics.
I was talking to Nigel, name-dropping. I was talking to Nigel the other day about this, and I was just about to come on air here, and he was doing his show straight after. I said, "Come on, give us the exclusive." Nigel goes, "Well, you know," he goes, "it is a bit tempting, is it? But I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything." Oh, right, OK. But the interesting thing about Clacton is it's the most hawkish constituency in England, basically.
What do you mean by hawkish?
Hawkish.
Right,
they are most in favour of tighter migration controls. There was a survey over the weekend which constituencies were most demanding, literally, tighter immigration controls. And Clacton is the most right-wing, in inverted commas, as far as immigration is concerned. Bristol was the most dovish, where they were fine. They wanted less immigration controls, and most of East London was the same as that.
I mean, Clacton, obviously they're feeling the effects of this.
They are. Yeah, I mean, Clacton is, if you're not aware, is on the coast of... On-sea, is on the coast of Essex. So, yeah, they will be very concerned about this. And, as I said, that is the one that, you know, if Farage is going to be tempted to stand again, that is where he is really in with a shout, because they are backing everything he says.
Yeah, well, we'll be the first to know on GBNEWS, I'm sure, anyway.
I did try the other day. I did try.
If he does decide to go. We've been talking about Blue Monday today, Nicola. Lots of people find this Monday in January incredibly depressing, but not so if you're a cyclist on the way to work.
Yeah, so studies show that if you cycle to work, you're less there's been 15% fewer prescriptions for depression or anxiety amongst bike commuters. So I suppose it makes sense, doesn't it? If you travel to work, you get out, you're exercising right away, you know, fresh air. It makes sense that you will feel better. Your endorphin, you will have had
Yes,
an
I can
increase.
see all that. What my worry is being run over by an articulated lorry. Really, that's it. So I think I'll breathe better, but I'll probably be dead.
But there are such good psychopaths, for example, in London.
Psychopaths?
Psychopaths.
All right.
Lots of
Like, for
psychopaths.
example, right through the middle of Hyde Park. Once you get onto these super highways, the chance of seeing an articulated lorry is pretty small.
Yeah.
I could totally see the appeal, rather than being squeezed in like a sardine to the London Underground, catching every bug there is going, sticking your nose in somebody's armpit for 12 stops or whatever. Hop on your Boris bike and off you go.
As a cyclist, you know, basically it's not just cycling; it's exercise in general. The endorphins actually will fight off the Blue Monday feeling. But the fact that story is about cycling on National Pothole Day, whatever the hell that even is, but National Pothole Day. Because if you're a cyclist, the one thing you don't need in your lives is potholes.
No.
They're not good, and that's when you fall off your bike and you fall under the wheels of the nearest HGV. However, it cheers you up.
What do you like with that, Nicola? Would you be a cyclist?
No, I mean, I'm with you. I risk assess, so my children don't even have bikes. They've never had bikes. I taught them how to ride bikes, so I'd buy them bikes. They know how to ride bike, and then I'd tell them that the bikes got stolen and give them away to other people.
Statistically, are they not more at risk every time they get in the car with you than they are when they're on a bicycle?
Probably with me and the way I drive, Isabel, yeah. How do you know that? But, yeah, no, for me, absolutely not. I'm a proper risk assessor, which would probably shock people, and I would not want to ride a bike in London, absolutely not.
Did your boys know that before today?
They know that now. Now they're older, they know that. But they did look at me like I was absolutely mad, because they genuinely believed all these bikes was like, I've probably bought them each like 3 bikes, so that they could learn, but then not want to go out.
I understand that with motorbikes. I don't want any of mine on motorbikes, but bicycles I'm fine with. I think it's great.
But then when they get older and they won't wear helmets because it's not cool, are you going to be happy with your kids out on the streets of no? Because they just take them off. I see it. You know,
up the hair.
It's just
Cycling
not cool, is
without
it?
a helmet is not a good idea.
Exactly. So for me, I just eliminated the risk of them doing that.
Fair enough.
Completely.
What do you smell today? Do you smell anything?
Well, what's your favourite smell? This is in the Daily Star, so it's saying that I thought this was weird. The smell of donuts is detested by 1 in 10 Brits.
Tested?
Yeah. But
I think it's the best smell going up there with bread, freshly baked bread.
Maybe they envisage the effects of eating donuts or whatever. Maybe that's what they're worried about. But I can't see why you wouldn't like the smell.
The smell of
donuts.
I
don't like. No, I don't. It smells a bit greasy.
Yeah.
I think that's what the thing is. I mean, I don't like the smell of the fast food shops when you walk past them.
No, I don't like the smell, because it's sort of like being pumped out the side of the takeaway, and it's sort of all the greasy, sticky stuff that you see dripping.
My favourite smell is creosote. Remember creosote? You used to paint it on your fences. I love that smell.
You're a bit addicted to that, are you?
I quite like petrol.
Petrol.
Yeah.
My favourite is bleach, household
that is
bleach,
weird.
but I love it, and I even put household bleach in my bath. Yeah.
You hold on.
Bleach.
Not for a bath,
Michael
not to bath
Jackson did
in,
that.
to clean it.
No, honestly,
to clean it, right?
No,
bathe in
to
it.
bathe in it. But you can. You actually can Google it. It's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. It keeps your skin really soft. It's really good for eczema.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
goodness
Bleach
me.
baths. Google bleach baths. It's a
I'm
thing.
guessing there's a limit to the amount of bleach
Yeah,
you
just
put
a
in
little,
there.
just a little bit. But yeah, I love the smell of it. I clean with it. I bath in it. I like
Is
it.
it a sort of chlorine-y smell?
That is
Just
random.
Like,
Yeah,
make you feel
maybe.
squeaky clean.
Yeah.
Nicola, I've known you for so long, and there's two things I've learned in the last 10 minutes that I would never have guessed in a million
Well, I
years.
think this is the sort of thing that will get people emailing. What are the smells that you love? I love the smell of freshly cut grass, because to me that tells me summer is here.
Absolutely. I like the smell of a wood fire burning.
Oh, so do I.
I like the
Absolutely.
Can't do that. Think of the environment.
Oh.
Well, do you know what I think? I go past, there's so much woodland around where I live, and there's branches and everything just knee-high everywhere that's been blown down over the years. I think, what a waste. Why doesn't somebody go and burn all that? But you can't. It has to be dried first.
Yeah.
But I like the smell of marzipan.
Oh, that's a lovely smell.
Love
I like the smell of onions and garlic cooking. It doesn't matter what you're making. If you put onions and garlic in the frying pan, everyone goes, "Oh, smells good, Mum. What's that? What are you making?" It's just onions and garlic.
I use my slow cooker quite a lot, and when I'm using that, and then I bring the boys home from school, and I love their faces. It's like they're like, "Oh, what have we got?" And it's like the smell of home cooked food when you walk in. It's like comforting, isn't it? And it makes.
I won Ready Steady Cook with.
I find this hilarious.
Did you?
With onions. You see, my wife, you got your ingredients, whatever, and they said, "And Ruth, what are you going to make?" And she said, "I'm going to make a flambéed cod on lentils with, I don't know what she was on, about fennel and whatever. And I said, "Eamonn, what are you going to make?" And I thought this, Don, when you go to a football match and you get the smell of onions...
Well, that's true.
Yeah, and you think there's very few things that are better than burgers going like that. So I thought the audience will love, because the audience vote a red pepper or green pepper. They vote on the smell that they get in the studio. So I thought, I'll just throw onions in here, make a burger, put a couple of slices of tomato on it, and I'll win this.
And you won?
Walked it. She couldn't believe it.
You won on a dirty burger.
Exactly. That would be irritating.
But, you know,
you were savvy.
You've got to use your brain.
Is it one of those things you bring up, you know, like, but remember when I won, Bruce?
I know, I do. I remind
That wouldn't be like Eamonn to just drop it casually into the conversation every day, would it?
Wouldn't be like me at all. Wouldn't be like me. Girls, where do you stand on colours? Dawn, you know, we talk about winter and darkness and people wearing dark colours and whatever it is. You buck the trend there, obviously quite deliberately. Nicola, do you do that to improve your mood or not?
No, I don't actually. I love all Dawn's suits. I love them, but I do quite like wearing black clothes. But I don't know whether that's because I like weight conscious. I think it makes me look slimmer, but it's probably just a trick of the mind, isn't it? But I like colours to look at, but I probably wear more darker colours, I'd say.
Yeah, I like a dark colour. I don't think it affects my mood. The weather, the dark skies affect my mood for sure.
That would affect my mood.
I think colours can, though. I mean, when I was on News Rolls, I lived and died in black, because, I mean, that was like, you know, the strong, powerful editor. I wasn't any of those things. Well, the editor, not strong and powerful. But I used to wear black. But I think if you're wearing something like red, it can make you feel more energised. That is a science.
Red underwear. That's a whole other topic. What colour undies you wear. We'll probably leave it on that note, I reckon.
Yeah.
No, go on, tell us, what colour underwear?
Just if you wear, you know, red underwear, it might make you feel a bit fiery for the day. Who knows? It's just a school of thought.
It's making me feel a bit fiery. Dawn,
Speaking of fiery...
Nicola, thank you both very, very much indeed.
Speaking of fiery, I really wanted to show you these pictures. If you're listening on the radio, check out our website. But in Iceland, it's really heating up. There's an eruption on the Reykjanes Peninsula, threatening properties with lava spilling through the towns. Houses are catching fire from the magma. Jonathan Vaughtry has our forecast, but just take a look at that as we think about our cold snap over here. Oof.